أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Friday evening's class. I hope you're all well. I'm just going to go through some usual rules of the class. Please ensure you're all in wudu. Boys and girls, both, your head should be covered. Now we have an issue with ID. There are still some people today who do not have the correct ID. Please ensure that you have an A or an N followed by numbers afterwards. You should all have correct ID. So in today's lesson, 17th of January 2020, we'll be looking at a light nasal sound, also known as ikhfa. And we make this nasal sound after the letters Nun Sakin and Tanween. We'll be practicing this ikhfa or the light nasal sound in Surah Quraysh of the Holy Quran, which translates as the tribe of Quraysh. And this is Surah number 106, verses 1 to 5, which is the complete Surah. If you have Hafiz's book, you'll find it at lesson number 25 and page 117. So we will go straight into it, and we will have a student, please. Assalamu alaikum, co-host.
Yeah, walaikum salam.
If we can please have a student for the first prayer.
Yeah. A7406.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Could you start with the awwaz, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, bear with me. I just need my screen to clear and these notices to go, and I can get onto the... Right, could you please read the highlighted prayer?
ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع.
Jazakallah. And the translation?
Our Lord accept from us.
Co-host, is it me or is the volume very low?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Could you come closer to the mic, please? And just repeat the translation.
Our Lord, accept from us, for you are all hearing, all knowing.
Okay. Jazakallah. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 1 to 8. One notice I did forget to tell you is that we've been seeing throughout the classes that several students are called to the mic, but no one replies. And this is because either they're distracted or the screen is on and they're away from the screen. We want to have as many of you on as possible. So please, this lesson is for your benefit. Stay by the screen, and when your ID is called and you're put on the mic, please respond. Jazakallah. Okay. So we'll go straight into the lesson. This is all about the sound called, some of you may know as ikhfa. It's a light nasal sound. And in the Holy Quran, you need to be looking out for the letters Nun Sakin and Tanween. And in order to determine when we make this sound, we need to look at the letter after Nun Sakin and Tanween. If the letter has a mushaddid or tashdeed on it, or it's one of the 6 letters of izhar, which we will learn, or I'll remind you, or if it's a ba, then we don't make the light nasal sound. But in this case, in fact, in all these cases, this letter, for example, does not have a tashdeed. It is not a ba, and it isn't one of the 6 letters of izhar. So we will make a light nasal sound. I'm going to read the first line to show you how the light nasal sound sounds, and then I'll try and get as many of you on as possible, and then you can have a practice of this exercise. This light nasal sound is held for 2 seconds. ينصرون من صلصال صراعا ذلك منثورا. Okay? And an easy way to remember this nasal sound is that your tongue goes to the tip of your mouth, to the roof of your mouth, sorry. So the tongue goes to the roof of your mouth, but it doesn't touch the roof. Because if you touch the roof of your mouth, you're making a n sound. So your tongue is suspended just below the roof of your mouth. And an easy way to remember is the way ping pong. The word ping pong, if you look at the first word, ping, and you practice that ping, and it's that same n sound that you need to apply over here. Or you can look at the word sing. It's the same nasal sound. So if we could have a practice, let's get a student on the mic, please, co-host.
Yes, that's A7369.
Jazakallah. A7369. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, student A7369. Can you hear me? Okay, we'll go to someone else, please.
Okay, can we have A7369? Wait, was that? No, sorry.
I
Can you
think
have,
that's the same number here.
yeah, A7383.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Yes, I am fine. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I'm well. Okay. So would you like to start with the awuz?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, so you'll be reading through these 2 rows and we're practicing ikhfa sound or light nasal sound.
ينصرون.
Okay. Sorry, I spoke over you. Could you repeat that again?
ينصرون.
Okay. We need to hold it for 2 seconds. So yunsoruna.
ينصرون.
Okay, remember holding this blue letter, the Nun Sakin, for 2 seconds. Yunsoruna.
ينصرون.
Good. Now remember what I said in the beginning. Think of the word sing, and it's the sing. Can you try sing?
من صال.
Okay. Let's practice the nasal sound with the word sing, yeah? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So can you try and say sing?
Sing.
Yes, exactly. Now, if you notice, your tongue isn't touching the roof of your mouth, right? It's just below it when you say sing.
Sing.
Very good. Now, that same position your tongue needs to be in when you say this Nun Sakin. Min sol solin. Have a go.
من صلصال.
Is good. You held it for 2 seconds, but I'm still hearing a bit of a n sound. It has to be a nasal sound. So let's move on to this. Practice it here.
صراعا ذلك.
That was very good because you tried to conceal the sound of the an, but we can make it better. صراعا ذلك.
صراعا ذلك.
Okay, here.
منصورا.
Okay. Try mau.
منصورا.
That was excellent. What you did there, you need to apply to the row below as well, okay? That was very good.
ينقذون.
So I could hear a noon sound again. Remember, suspended in the air, your tongue needs to be. So yanquduna.
ينستور.
Yanquduna.
ينقذون.
Okay, so practice again, ensuring your tongue isn't touching the roof of your mouth. Try on this one.
رزق كريم.
Okay, nearly. Rizqun karimun. Try.
رزق كريم.
Try this one.
Saman qalilan.
Samanan qalilan.
Samanan qalilan.
There you go. You got it correct again. That was a lovely nasal sound there. And final one, this one.
Min qablu.
Min qablu.
Min qablu.
Try one more time.
Min qablu.
Okay, very good. So you got it very good on this one, mansura, and this samanan qalila. So you can do it. It's tricky, but you need to keep practicing.
Right.
But you did very well. Jazakallah. Okay, Allah Hafiz. So could we have the next student on the mic, please?
Yep, that's N8401.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Could you start with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
And Tasmiyah, Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay. Now, did you understand the ikhfa explanation?
I'm sorry I joined late.
Okay. So I think as opposed to me explaining it, I'm just going to read through the first line and then I think you'll get the idea. So the ikhfa sound is on Nun Sakin and Tanween and it's held for 2 seconds. Min sa'atahu qinwanu daniyatun insha'an yanzi'u. Okay, so that's the kind of sound you need to make.
Okay.
Were you listening when I spoke to the previous student?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that the tongue is suspended in the middle. It doesn't touch the roof of the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I think with practice you'll get it. So you can start from here.
Min salatahu.
So this is the alif. Min sa'atahu. Try that again. Can you read this one again, please?
Min salatahu.
Okay. So you did well to sit on it, to hold it for 2 seconds, but we need to work on the ikhfa sound, which will come with time. So read this one.
Qinwanun daniyatun.
Nearly. Qinwanu daniyatun.
Qinwanun daniyatun.
So it's qinwanu
Qinwanun
daniyatun.
daniyatun.
Okay. So the example I was giving the previous student is the word sing. So if you say sing,
Sing.
yes. So without knowing it, you're doing the ikhfa sound or the light nasal sound. And if you notice, if you say the word sing, your tongue is not touching the roof of your mouth. It's just below it. So that's the same place your tongue needs to be when saying these letters in blue. So have a go here.
Insha'an
Very good. This one.
yanzi'u.
So I heard the noon sound here. It needs to be concealed a little bit. Yanzi'u.
Yanzi'u.
Okay, we'll keep practicing. Oh, sorry. You go. You read.
Halalan tatiban. Tatiban.
Halalan tayyiban.
Halalan tayyiban.
Good. Again, we need to try and conceal that sound. So try here.
Fa'in zalaltum.
Can you try saying fa'in?
فإن
Okay, making sure your tongue is not touching the roof of your mouth. فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ
فإن زللتم
زَلَلْتُمْ.
زللتم
And here?
قوم زلبوا
قَوْمٌ ظَلَمُوا
قوم زلبوا
ظَلَمُوا.
ظلموا.
Okay. Again, remember thinking of concealing the noon sound. Okay, so try the last one here.
من تبات
Try reading a bit slowly.
من تبات
مِن طَيِّبَاتٍ.
من تجبات.
Okay. So you are very good to hold the letters in blue, so the Nun Sakin and Tanween for 2 seconds, but you need to keep practicing on getting the nasal sound, and it comes with time. So not to worry, it was a good attempt. Jazakallah for coming to the mic. Allah Hafiz. Co-host, could we have the next student, please?
Yes, can we have N8366?
Yes, Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. N8366. Assalamu alaikum. We'll try one more time. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Okay, we can go to the next student, please.
Yep, that's N8380.
N8380.
Yeah.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Okay, you're there. That's very good. Okay, could you start with the Awaz Tasmiyah, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, so start from here, please.
أنت منذر.
That was very nicely done, mashallah. Very good. Next one.
فصبر جميل.
Good. You can perhaps hold it half a second more. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ.
فصبر جميل.
And here?
ماء ثجاجا.
So I can hear a bit of a noon sound. It needs to be concealed. So try again. مَاءً ثَجَّاجًا.
ماء ثجاجا.
So that was very good. That was a lot better. Here?
سوء فاسقين.
Again, it could be improved a little bit. I was hearing the noon sound. So it's سَوْءٍ فَاسِقِينَ.
سوء فاسقين.
Yes, that was a lot better. Here, please.
ننجي.
Good, mashallah. Here.
ريحا صرصرا.
Good. Could you try hiding the sound again? ريحا صرصرا.
ريحا صرصرا.
Very good. And here?
يومئذ زرقان.
So it's يومئذ زرقاء.
يومئذ زرقاء.
Very good. And here?
منكم.
That was beautiful, mashallah. Well done. Jazakallah for coming to the mic, and we'll call you again another time. Okay, Allah Hafiz for now. Okay, could we have another student to the mic, please?
Yes, that's A7386.
A7386. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, brilliant. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
La. Okay, could you start with Awazan Tasmiya, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Okay, could you start from here, please?
من جاء
Very good. And here?
الأنفال
And here?
من ثمره
Very good, mashallah.
علم شيئا
Good. And you're being mindful to hold it for 2 seconds as well, which is important too.
من سوء
So, min su'in.
من سوء
And here?
ينطقون.
Okay. So this is often it's mistaken as a dal in recitation, but it's a P, it's a thick letter. But this ikhfa, this light nasal sound was very well done. It's yantiquna.
ينطقون
Good. Here.
من دابين
So mil dabbatin.
من دابين
Batin.
باطن.
Co-host, could you just confirm that this is mil dabbatin as opposed to da'abatin? Sorry to put you on the spot. I think it's mil dabbatin.
Yeah, I think it's the button, yeah.
Yes, okay. Okay, Jazakallah for verifying. Okay, last one over here. What's this?
Mashallah.
So read it again slowly.
Mashallah.
So this is an alif. So your ikhfa was, the light nasal sound was very well read. So that's mansha'a.
Mashallah.
Now your light nasal sound was very well in all these examples. Just try and get it right here too.
Mashallah.
That was a very good attempt. Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. And Allah Hafiz for now. Could we have the next student, please? And I think for this exercise, it will be the last student, and we'll move on.
Yep, so this is A7393.
Jazakallah. A7393. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay. Could you start with Wasn't Tasmiya, please?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
And then Bismillah.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Okay. Could you start from here, please?
Jannatin tajri.
Your light nasal sound was very good. I would just point out this needs to be read as follows. Jannah. So it's a tashdid. So you're sitting on it for 2 seconds and then you're taking it up for 2 seconds as well. So all together. Jannatin tajri.
Jannatin tajri.
Very good. And you also remembered this Jim is a kalkala letter or a jerking sound letter, and you remember to do a small jerking sound on there too. So well done. What's this one?
Ma'zallazi.
Okay. The light nasal sound was very good here. What I would point out is on this lam with the tashdid, you did well to hold it, sit on it for 2 seconds, but you cannot be taking it up. So it's ma'zallazi. So it wouldn't be ma'zallazi. Ma'zallazi. Have a go.
Ma'zallazi.
So again, we're not taking, it's not Mawzallazi, it's Mawzallazi. Go straight onto the Z. Try again.
من ذا الذي
That was a lot better. Well done. What's this one?
من ظلم
Good. Remember, these are short strokes, so it's Zulima, all equal.
من ظلم
Good. Here.
من قنا
But this is an alif madda because you have an alif and before it is a fatha, so it's going to be stretched for how long?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, that's right. So just the same amount of time you did the light nasal sound on the Nun Sakin, it's the same amount of time, it's equal, is you're going to prolong the ga. So it's man kana.
من قنا
Good. Mindful, be mindful that it's not a qa, it's a soft one, so it's man kana.
من قنا
Yeah, kana. Okay. What's this here?
ينظرنا
Yanzuruna.
ينظرون
Very good. And here?
موجودة
Yeah, this is a thick letter. It's do,
ذو
do.
ذو
So it's pronounced like, how would I best explain it? Do. It's pronounced as a thick one, but you're not going to say the. It's a do. So maududun.
موجود
Okay, we can practice that. We won't focus on it. For now, you did the ikhfa very well. So let's move on.
أوذن أوذذن
This is a dal. So try again.
أونداد
Yeah, look at the alif as well. Dadan.
أوندادا
And here.
وإن قاتكم
So this is a fa. Try again.
وإن فاتكم
Okay. And as there's only one line left, you can read the last line as well.
إذ أنجاكم
Focus on this ikhfa or light nasal sound. Is anjakum.
إذ أنجاكم
Very good. Here.
موتانا تابا
Okay, the ikhfa sound was there, but you need to hold it for 2 seconds.
موتابا
Good. And here.
فمن زحزح
Very good. This ha is just 1 second there. فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ.
فمن زحزح
Yeah. And the last one.
إن تغفر لهم
That was very well read, mashallah. Your ikhfa sound is very good, mashallah. Okay, jazakallah for coming to the mic. Allah Hafiz.
دافس
Okay, so moving on, we're going to be applying the ikhfa sound and all previous rules to this surah, Surah Al-Quraysh, which is our main surah. Co-host, could I please ask you to recite it for us?
Yep. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
MashaAllah, that was beautiful. Jazakallah. Could I please have a student on to recite this?
Yeah. Can I have N8398, please?
N8398. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Good. Well, so could you start with Awuz and Tasmiyah, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
So can you start?
لإيلا.
Go ahead.
What
No,
did you
you
say?
can go ahead.
Okay. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Yep, continue.
فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, Jazakallah. Okay. So the dots that I've highlighted are just bits where I think you could improve. So لإلاف قريش. Now the ra, as you remember, what can you remember about the ra? How should it be pronounced?
That you have to put like a little bit of pressure on it.
Almost. So when it has a fatha on it, you need to pronounce it in a thick manner. So لإلاف قريش. Okay, with a rounded mouth. قريش. So can you repeat this verse?
لإلاف قريش.
Okay. قريش. Almost like a sound. قريش.
قريش.
So as opposed to reish is raw. So your mouth is opening and rounded. Reish.
قريش.
That was it. That's it. In Arabic, often I found if you move your mouth, especially in the beginning, and stretch it and smile and get the rounded sounds, then the sounds come out properly. So it's very unusual how we're using our mouth, but it's to get the right sounds out. So لإلاف قريش.
لإلاف قريش.
That's very good. And then over here, I highlighted this because this needs to also be pronounced thick. Sad is one of the thick letters.
Okay.
1 second. So that would be والصيف.
والشيء. والصيف.
That's good, very good, very good. And over here, I highlighted this again because this is one of the thick letters. فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت.
فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت.
So yeah, رب.
رب.
Good. Yes, that was very good. Bear with me a second. Right. Again, I highlighted this one. This is also one of the thick letters. And as well as being a thick letter, it's a jerking letter too. So it would be read الذي أطعمهم. So if you read from الذي أطعمهم.
الذي أطعمهم.
Good. And over here, the Nun Sakin, very important because this was our rule of the lesson, is a light nasal sound. So the way we determine that is we think, right, Nun Sakin, okay, what comes after it? It's a Jim. Is Jim a tashdid letter? No. Is it a ba? No. And it's not one of the 6 izhar letters, which we'll look at in detail later. In this case, we need to do ikhfa or light nasal sound for 2 seconds. So, أطعمهم من جوع. Try.
أطعمهم من جوع.
So you need to hold it for 2 seconds. Mil.
Min ju.
Good. And then if you just finish off the last verse.
Okay. وآمنهم من جوع. Could I read that again?
Of course, yes.
وآمنهم من خوف.
Good. Okay. On this Nun Sakin, you're supposed to read it clearly and not prolong it at all, because afterwards one of the 6 letters, which is a kha, one of the 6 letters of izhar comes. So when one of the 6 letters of izhar comes, Nun Sakin is read clearly with no prolongation. So وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ. You try?
وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, very good. Okay, Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz for now.
Khudafis.
Could we have the next student on?
Yep, that's A7403.
A7403. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, could you start with the Awad and Tasniya, and then you can read this surah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Very good, mashallah. Okay, so let's go over some areas where you could improve. This was all fine, the first verse. In the second verse, I would just like you to prolong this here, the ya sound. So it's wasayf.
والصيف.
Good. So that should be about 2 seconds, okay? Because this is a letter of elongation, the ya. Alif, waw, and ya are letters of elongation, so they need to be prolonged for about 2 seconds. And then we have فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. If you could please read هَذَا الْبَيْتِ again. Over here, it needs to be 2 seconds long on the ya. So have a go.
هذا البيت.
Very good. Then over here, this Nun Sakin is very important because it is a light nasal sound. So be mindful of that. So have a go from أطعمهم من جوع.
الذي أطعمهم من جوع.
So it's من جوع.
من جوع.
Don't say جوع because it's a kasratain. So it's من جوع.
من جوع.
Okay, and then over here, if we have a meme sakin followed by a meme mushaddid, we need to hold this for 2 seconds. So وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ.
وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, good. Jazakallah for that. Allah Hafiz, for now you did very well.
Hafiz.
Right. There is a student, A7364, who is requesting remote control access, and I keep declining. Could I please ask you to desist from doing this because it's taking up space on my screen and I can't see what I'm teaching. Jazakallah. Okay. Co-host, I think we'll have one more person for Surah Quraysh.
Yep, that's N8390.
N8390. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, could you start with the Awwal and Tasmiyah, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإلاف قريش إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Very good. I must commend you. You did very well on your elongations. So wasayf was very good. You made sure this was a thick letter as well. A lot of your thick letters you were mindful of. So that was really good. But
Thank
there's
you.
always room for improvement. So this one here, I'll just repeat it. If you can repeat after me. لإيلاف قريش.
لإلاف قريش.
That's good. So I highlighted these two yas because you needed to hold them for a bit longer. They need to be 2 seconds. Okay, so when you recited second time, that was totally fine. So well done. Now, this ta here is a thick letter, and I think you did pronounce it thick, but it needs to have a jerking sound as well. So أطعمهم.
أطعمهم.
Good. Now be mindful that this is still a. Do not replace it with an ayn sound, but this needs to be thick. So أطعمهم.
أطعمهم.
Good. Now, as I said to the previous student, if you have a mim sakin like you have here, and it's followed by a mim mushaddid, it needs to be held for 2 seconds. So أطعمهم من.
أطعمهم من.
Good. And here is our rule of the day, which is a light nasal sound. So that's hum mil ju.
هم من جوع.
Ju. That was really good, mashallah. It was a lovely light nasal sound. And then here once more, again it's the same rule that if you have a mim sakin followed by mim mushaddid, it's held for 2 seconds. So وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ.
وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay. You did well to hold it here, but over here on the Nun Sakin, we don't hold it at all. It's just min khawf because it's followed by a letter of halaki or throat letter. So izhar letter even. So min khawf.
من خوف.
Okay. Well done. Jazakallah. And Allah Hafiz for now.
خدافيس.
Khudafis. Okay. I think we can move on. In Surah Quraysh, there's only one example of light nasal sound, which is here, mil ju'. But the next surah, we'll get to practice a lot more because it comes several times. So, co-host, could I please request you to recite Surah Falaq?
Yep. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Jazakallah, mashallah. It was very well read. Could we have a student on now to recite the same surah?
Yes, that's N8373.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. N8373. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Okay, so could we start with Dawud and Tasmiyah and then you can recite Surah Falaq.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Mashallah, I really liked the pace. It was very nice, slow and consistent. I really liked that. So well done. So let's go over some things. First of all, this surah has a lot of jerking letters. The jerking letters, some of them are here. So Qaf is one of them. And when we come onto it, especially at the end of a verse, is a little bit stronger. So قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. Try from al-falaq.
Al-Falaq.
That's good, that's right. And here I highlighted it because this is our rule of the day. This is the light nasal sound. So we look at Nun Sakin. If afterwards it's not a ba, and is it a mushaddid letter? No. So we will do a light nasal sound for 2 seconds. Mil.
Mil.
That's right. And here again, Nun Sakin. What do we have afterwards? It's not a ba and it's not a mushaddid letter. So we will do the light nasal sound again. Wamil.
Wamil.
Good. And over here, I highlighted ba because that is also a qalqala or a jerking sound letter. So إذا وقب.
إذا وقب.
Very good. And I highlighted this tha because it needs to be pronounced a little bit softly. So if you could say النفاثات.
النفاثات.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be able to hear any seen sound. It's a soft tha. Have a go.
Tha.
That's a lot better. So your tongue should be between your teeth. That really helps. Thati. That was fine. And then I highlighted this dal because again this is a jerking sound letter. Fil uqad.
Fil uqad.
Okay, Jazakallah, well done. That's a very good attempt. Allah Hafiz for now.
Allah Hafiz.
Could we have one more student on the mic for Surah Falaq, please, co-host?
Yes, that's N8387.
N8387. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Could you start with Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Okay, Jazakallah. I especially like your kalkala on the end of every verse. So I think you know this surah very well, mashallah. It's very good. Now, one thing I want to practice with you is our light nasal sound. This is why I've highlighted it. Look, the three things I've highlighted are all the same, then all the Nun Sakins. Okay? So I think if we get one, you'll get all of them because they're all the same here. So if you repeat after me, Min sharri ma khalaq.
من شر ما خلق
Good. And then here again, wa min sharri.
ومن شر.
Good. Be mindful to hold it for 2 seconds. Wa min sharri.
ومن شر.
Very good, mashallah. So all you need to do is practice the light nasal sound. The rest of the surah is very well read.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Okay, so moving on. Before I set you your homework, let's go through a revision of the week. So every Friday, we'll go through a quick recap of what we did over the week. So on Monday, you looked at Ra. Now in Arabic, there are 7 thick letters. Ra is not one of them. But if it has a fatha on it, like it does here, or a dhamma on it, then it will be pronounced thick as Rafa'a or Rubuma. And even if it's a Sakin letter, if it's a Sakin Ra, but it has a fatha before it, like here, it will still be pronounced thick. So, Arsala, Mursilun. Okay? Then on Tuesday, you looked at clear pronunciation of Mim Sakin. So if ever you look at Mim Sakin, you should think, right, what do I need to do? Okay, so we look at the next letter. Is it a Mim? Is it a Ba? If not, then Mim Sakin will be a clear sound. So you're not going to hold it. So it will be Lam as opposed to Lam, which will be incorrect. Lam. Lahum fiha an'amta lakum. Okay. Then on Wednesday, we looked at clear pronunciation of Nun, Sakin, and Tanween. So it's similar to what we've been doing in today's lesson. If you see a Nun, Sakin, or Tanween, like in these examples in blue, you need to look at the next letter. If it is any of these 6 letters, Nun, Sakin, and Tanween will be pronounced clearly with no nasal sound. Yan awna, man amana, adhabun alimun. Okay? Thursday's lesson, we looked at Tashdeed, so which is this little W symbol here. Now it's all about timing. So when you see a Tashdeed, you will sit on it for about 2 seconds. Robbi. Now you need to be mindful, some of you are doing this today, it's only the B sound you sit on. The E, the kasra is not elongated, so it wouldn't be Robbi, it's just Robbi. Saddaqa, Hubban, Farrat. And in today's lesson, just to summarize, we looked at light nasal sound. So if you see Nun Sakin or Tanween, what do? We look at the next letter highlighted in red. Is it a mushaddid letter? No, it's not. Is it a Ba? No, it's not. Is it one of these, the izhar letters? No, it's not. If it's not, then you need to be doing a light nasal sound on it. So, فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ قَوْمٌ ظَلَمُوا, which so many of you practiced beautifully today, mashallah. Now we'll go to homework. So the date today is the 17th of January. We looked at Surah Al-Quraysh, which is verse 106 in the Holy Quran. And we looked at the light nasal sound. So you need to practice this. Focus especially on your timing and pronunciation. So that's bearing in mind which letters are thick, which letters are the jerking sound letters. If you have Hafiz Sahib's book, then it's lesson number 25 and the page is 117. So that's homework for today. Homework for the weekend is a recap of what you've been doing all week. So you've been practicing these surahs. Surah An-Nasr, which is Idha Ja, you need to practice the rules of the Ra. So it will be thick with a fatha and dhamma on it. Surah Al-Kafirun, on this surah you will need to focus on izhar or clear pronunciation of Mim Sakin. Surah Al-Kawthar, which is Inna A'tainaka Al-Kawthar, is again izhar rule of Nun Sakin and Tanween. So you look at the 6 letters of Izhar on here. Surah Al-Ma'un will be focusing on tashdid, which means you need to sit on it and hold it for 2 seconds in the right places. And today's Surah Quraysh, we will look again at the light nasal sounds. You need to focus on that light nasal sound or ikhfa sound on Nun Sakin and Tanween. Now, some of you have been recording surahs and sending them in, which is great. Inshallah, we do hope to play these surahs to you in class. We'll get to that soon. In the meantime, please do keep sending us your surahs. Those that have sent us their surahs will receive feedback on them soon. If not today, maybe you've received it already. If you do want to send us your surah, this is the email address you send it to, info@nqc.org.uk. And here are the details you need to write in the subject box. Tilawat and the surah name. Please be mindful to include your ID as well. And also, you need to memorize the 6 letters of Izhar or clear pronunciation. And we went over them in the revision rules. Let me just show you once more. It's these 6 here. So your homework is to memorize them. They're very important, and you find that you will need them in your daily tilawat when you need to know what sounds to make. So these are Izhar letters. Excuse me. So memorize them for homework. You also need to memorize when Mim Sakin is clear. So let me show you an example here. Here we have Mim Sakin. Now, if the letter after it is a Mim, which it isn't here, or a Ba, which it isn't, and if it's not, then Mim Sakin needs to be pronounced clearly with no prolongation, so as not to be made long. Lam, not lam. Lam, lahum fiha. So just be mindful, if after Mim Sakin you have a Ba or a Mim, then you make it long. If there's any other letter, it's clear pronunciation. Okay. Again, bearing in mind timing, which is very important, and the pronunciation, which we've been focusing on throughout the week. Okay, so we'll move to our final prayer. Could I have a student on the mic for the final prayer, please, co-host?
Yes, that's A7408.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Could you recite the Ta'awudh and Tasbiyah and then lead us in our final prayer?
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim. Waj'alhu Al-Huli Imam wa Nuravahu Davarahu Ummat
Wa rahmah.
Warahma.
Good. And the translation, please?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Ameen. Jazakallah. Just a reminder to all students, even though one student is reading, these prayers are for you to remember. Okay, Jazakallah. And on that beautiful prayer, we will end our class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.